Hello everyone, Adam from Playfully here, and I'm back with another breakdown video. Now last week Tom Cruise won an honorary Oscar, and this is a pretty high stakes speech, a high stakes event, and I thought let's look into this, dig down from a learning perspective to see what he does really well and stuff we can learn from, and stuff which he doesn't do so well and we can also learn from. So I'm planning to cover mostly the opening part of the speech, and I'll be stopping the video and giving my input and some feedback. So let's jump into the video and the speech now. First thing to point out here is even the walk to the stage is part of the presentation. Even before you've got on the stage is an opportunity to impress your audience. And it clearly looks like Tom Cruise is enjoying himself. He's walking along, he's greeting people, he's kissing people. Now you don't need to do this before your presentation, but you do want to look confident and composed as you're walking to the stage. Just a little thing there. It was a little burst of energy, a little kind of run up the steps there. Now, I don't know whether that was intentional or not, but that kind of thing is a good choice because it might get your heart beating a little bit more. It might help you arrive to the stage with a little bit more energy. Just want to comment at this point, not about the hug. It looks like a really good, friendly hug, but more about the walk-on music. Now, if it's convenient, if it makes sense, to have some kind of walk-on music is really useful for the speaker. It helps get you in the right frame of mind. It helps pump you up, helps you arrive to the stage with some good energy or some appropriate energy, depending on the context and the music you've chosen. Okay, just a small point there. Tom Cruise is only human. He is also imperfect, even though he's a multimillionaire and a fantastic actor. But you can see the hands going behind the body there, behind the back, and that's typically a sign of being uncomfortable and us wanting to make our bodies smaller and kind of shrink into our shells and hide a little bit. And we typically hide our hands. Often this behavior is done unconsciously, but I just wanted to point that out, that even someone as fantastic as Tom Cruise might be feeling a bit uncomfortable at this point. And it's completely fine because it's normal and it's natural. And what's fantastic about the opening of his speech is that he dares to be silent for a very long time. I think it's over a minute that he just stands there on stage, allowing the audience to applaud him, to celebrate him. He's making eye contact with people. He's smiling. He's using his face in an impactful way. This is a really kind of scary thing to do on stage, is to be there and not say anything. But even when you present, if you can take 5 seconds in the beginning just to land, compose yourself, take a breath, make eye contact with the audience, give them a smile, start to build that connection, it can be a really strong way and an impactful way to start your presentation or your talk. Yeah, he's really allowing the audience to enjoy that moment of celebrating him. And for anyone who's been on stage or performed, you never want to kind of talk through these moments. It's a bit like when a comedian lands a punchline and the audience start laughing. That's not the moment to keep talking. It's a moment to be silent and allow the audience to enjoy and experience that moment. Wow, I think we're over a minute at this point. It's pretty impressive. Okay, so just a very subtle cue there to signify I'm going to start speaking, a little walk towards the lectern, a little thank you to one of the hosts as well, lets the audience know something's about to happen, I'm about to start speaking.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Alejandro. Thank you so much. It was really...
I personally don't like these lecterns. I think they get in the way. They create a barrier between you and your audience. And there's a tendency or a habit to kind of hang on them or to lean on them, to hang over them. And it kind of makes you look a bit weak and feeble. So I really don't like using these things. So if you ever have an opportunity not to use them, I would definitely go for that option. We want to see your full body. The way that I look at things, your face is there to build connection and warmth with your audience, and your body there is to show confidence. And if we can't see your body, it's a missed opportunity.
It means a great deal to me that you're here, my friend. You know, we all saw Amores Perros 25 years ago. It's like, I have seen every one of your films since then. I mean, you are extraordinary. Your work is beautiful, it's truthful, it's so very human. You always strive for excellence. And to have been able to make that film with you has just been one of the great privileges of my career. And thank you. Thank you.
You can see, and I'm not trying to pick up on things just unnecessarily, but you can see there's a slight tension with his hands. He's moving his thumbs a little bit. And of course, this is high stakes for him. It's an emotional speech. There's a lot of emotions going on for him. But these things that we do with our voice and body can be a giveaway as to if we're feeling in a confident place or a slightly nervous state.
So much. Can't wait for you all to see the film next year and see what he did, you know. And I really want to take a moment. I want to acknowledge my fellow honorees, you know, Wynn, Thomas. Sir, you began your career in New York theater and carried that eye for truth into cinema. Now, I didn't tell you this. I watched She's Gotta Have It, you know.
I don't know whether you picked up, there's a slight sound in the background there. It's actually Tom Cruise keeps hitting the top of the lectern. It's creating this sound, which over time is going to be distracting and a bit of a disturbance for people. So you can see how the microphone's is attached to the top of the lectern there. That could be a problem. So we need to be aware of what we're doing with our hands.
First film you made with Spike Lee. In New York City at the Bleecker Street Theater, August 8th, 1986. I was at the very first showing of that film. And it marked an exceptional chapter in cinema. And what a career, sir. And
I'm picking up at this point that his speaking pace is quite nice. It's not too fast. There's a nice rhythm to it, and he's allowing some time and space for some pauses as well. He's also doing a bit of a functional gesture there with his hand over his heart, which is really nice to combine that verbal and the physical action. Essentially, your gestures are an extension of your words, and if we can create a functional gesture, which is a specific gesture for a specific word, it's even more impactful.
You are a landmark production designer whose work defined the look, the feeling of films that have shaped American culture and elevated the craft for all of us. And you're an inspiration. Thank you. Dolly Parton, I mean, an American original, legendary singer, songwriter, actress, storyteller, and humanitarian. And your performances, your songs, your work, your soul, I mean, you're a part of the very fabric of all of our lives. And you show that compassion and creativity are not separate, that they are the same burning light. Thank you. Debbie Allen, Queen. You're a queen. And
so we're quite a few minutes into this acceptance speech, and of course it's the Oscars and there's a specific style, but he spent a lot of time acknowledging other people. And really, when we present, we want to get into something juicy, something impactful, some kind of hook straight away to really bring your audience in and to get them engaged. So my recommendation is, in a presentation, do not spend the first couple of minutes welcoming people, telling people about yourself, telling the people about your credentials. No. Start with something important, start with a question, start with a surprising statistic, start with something that is going to really hook your audience.
Your impact on our industry and this world it's profound, what you've done. And you are more than a dancer, you are more than an actor, a choreographer, a director, a producer. You are a once-in-a-lifetime force of kindness and artistic expression. And you open the door for countless young artists to find their voice, their discipline, and fulfill their dreams. And you have lifted generations through your example, your excellence, and your heart. You are the very personification of the words your extraordinary mother, Vivian Ayres, wrote: to be brave, be beautiful, and be free. I love you. We all love you. It is a privilege to share this evening with all of you. And everyone in this room. I mean, you should see what you all look like from here. What a room.
I mean, that's nice. I love the fact he's taken the opportunity to acknowledge the room, the audience, a little bit of humor and an observation of, hey, from my position where I am, my elevated position, you're all looking great. Something like that is a really nice remark to make for your audience.
I mean, my God, it's just incredible. The studios, you know, the agencies, the artists, the storytellers. I thank you. You know, I see all of your all's work, and believe me, you inspire me, you challenge me, and you expand, in my mind, what I think is possible. And you are all my friends. And it's an honor to be here with you all tonight. So thank you. And I want to thank the Academy Board of Governors for inviting me this evening and for this honor.
I don't know how many minutes we're in, 5, 6, 7 minutes, and it's still acknowledgements.
You know, I am truly grateful to have this moment, so it allows me to acknowledge all the people who have helped me, all the people that I have been fortunate enough to create these films with, because every step of the way, this whole journey has been shared. And my love for cinema began when I, very early age, I mean...
Here we go. This is interesting. My love for cinema began. It's a transition into something more personal now about him. For me, this is more interesting. This is more something you typically want to start with in a presentation or a talk. Let's have a listen more to what comes up.
As early as I can remember, I was this little kid in this darkened theater, and I remember that.
Okay, we're getting into a bit of storytelling now, childhood memories, details. This is all really interesting, engaging stuff, and will most likely help the audience to connect with him on a deeper, more emotional level.
Beam of light, it just cut across the room, and I remember looking up, and it seemed to me that it just exploded on the screen. And suddenly the world was so much larger than the one that I knew.
Okay, I'm going to stop the video there. I think we've seen enough of this. He was getting into a bit more storytelling then, and I think things became more interesting from a content perspective, personally, for me. So I'm curious, what do you think to Tom Cruise's acceptance speech? What do you think to my comments? Did I say anything useful to you? Have you learned anything from this video? Do you disagree? Would be really interesting to hear from you below in the comments. Do get in touch, and I will look forward to seeing you again sometime soon. Bye for now.